Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. It's been a little while. Today's topic is going to cover a question that I'm asked quite often by friends and even random people, which is how much does an airline pilot make?
Now, how much a pilot makes is going to totally depend on who you work for and what their contract says, what your wages are, what kind of sign-on bonuses you have. So it's not quite a black and white answer. It can range anywhere from approximately $25,000 all the way up to even $300,000 a year or more if you work internationally, depending on where you're working. So the best way to find this out and research for yourself is you're going to open up your browser and go to a place called Airline Pilot Central, and then type in whatever airline you're curious about. Let's go ahead and do Delta. Most people know who Delta is. So Delta Airlines. Now keep in mind this is just a very rough
Estimate on how much
you'll make. And obviously you won't start working at a place like Delta. But let's go over here and let's say you're flying let's say an Airbus A320 and you're a first officer. So you go to year one, you go over to first year pay for the aircraft, the A320. It says $70 an hour. Now that's not every single hour that you're away from home. You're getting paid that per hour that the engine's running, or depending on how your airplane works, when the brake is pulled and the door is shut is usually how it works. Okay, now that's how much you're gonna get paid per hour. Now per month you don't always make a certain amount of hours, but you're always gonna get a monthly guarantee of 65 hours. So if you work 0 hours, you're still going to get 65 hours worth of pay at $70 an hour on this airplane. You also get a thing called per diem, which is basically any hour you're away from home, you're getting paid this much. And that's just for basically eating costs or whatever you want. So right here they're showing domestic, which is inside the country, $2.10 an hour that you're away from home. And if you're going international, you're getting $2.60. So that all goes into effect. Now, this is a lot of calculations you have to do, so the basic and most easy way to determine approximately what you'll make is you just add 3 zeros to the end of this. So as a first officer on an Airbus 320 for Delta, you can expect to make $70,000, approximately. Now, like I said, you're not always going to start for a major airline like this. You might start with a smaller one. So I'm going to go ahead and type in, let's do Envoy. Most people know who these guys are. If you don't, they used to be known as American Eagle Airlines. So you go into here, and this is an entry-level job at the airlines. So you have to start and work your way up from the regionals to the majors. Envoy is a regional. Delta is obviously one of the major legacy carriers. So you're looking over here, and Envoy for their first year, looks like it's regardless of aircraft, you're getting paid $38 an hour. Second year, you're making 40, and let's say year 5 you upgrade to captain. So you've been there for 5 years, $42 an hour, and then you go up to captain. You go to the 5-year mark over here on the CRJ7, you're making $77 an hour. So again, you add the 3 zeros to the end of that, $77,000 a year. At year 1, approximately $38,000 a year. Now you see all these advertisements where they say like $50,000, $60,000 starting pay, and that comes from all these sign-on bonuses, and those are all in the notes down here. So it's saying you're going to get $20,000 and whatever retention paid at this much per year or whatever. And most airlines are doing this now. It's not just Envoy. You can look at, let's say, Piedmont. I know they have a pretty solid sign-on bonus going on right now too. So at Piedmont, you're looking at $39 an hour, so it's even more. They're giving some pretty good bonuses too, $20,000. Now the problem with the sign-on bonuses is they're taxed very heavily because it's seen as almost like a gift tax. So you can't expect to get $20,000. You might expect to get maybe 15 out of that or something, but that's still a lot of money. But you want to also read all this stuff and see what's going on top of getting paid. You know, are you getting enough days off per month that you want, or whatever else? So it's not simply just a cut and dry, oh, I want to make this much money. You want quality of life too. For me, I chose my airline because of bases. I really like the bases, and the pay was pretty good, and it still is, and the sign-on bonuses still are. But everything's changing rapidly, so keep an eye on everything, and feel free to ask any questions. I thank you all for watching this video. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys in the next video.